I met enough people who A, I liked, and B, were making wine which was completely different to anything that was being made before. I've always been a bit of a sucker for stuff that's completely different. That's why probably I got so excited about New Zealand Sauvignon Blanc. Flavors that had never been made before. I got terribly excited. I didn't get the impression of, oh, there must be something wrong with it because it's different. I was utterly thrilled that there must be something right with it, but it's different. It's the same with things like those Australian Chardonnays and things that suddenly turned up because they were so different from what most people were used to from Chablis and Macon and places. I went overboard on them. And I think English wine was probably an early example of that I was likely to do that. Because they were completely different. Most of them weren't very good. The kind of, I'm not sure I could even pronounce half the wine faults of the wines, but the Englishness and the sheer pleasure that we had a little bit of something special in our backyard never went away. And in this century, certainly, particularly in the last 10 years, the whole thing has begun to take light. But the thing that really got it moving for me was probably night timber. And I call it unashamedly the night timber effect. And it's very interesting that looking at how the English wine business is, I haven't heard anybody complain about the night timber effect. Chapeldown don't complain about it. Ridgeview don't complain about it. Hattingley and Coates and Sealy and God knows who, they don't complain about it. They all understand that the remarkable achievement of the Mosses down at Night Timber in the 1990s completely changed the game. Because instead of saying, oh, we're a bit like Germany, but not so good. Oh, we make some sparkling wines and they're a bit like Saumur, but not so good. Suddenly someone came up with their 92 Blanc de Blanc and their 93 Classic Cuvée. When you put them on the table and said, this is not only different from Champagne in a very particular way, but it's actually at least as good as a good Champagne.